Hello everybody, welcome to the fish lab. So today we're going to be making smoke with blue flake tubes, and you can kind of see what they look like in the mold. But the first thing we have to do is we have to lubricate the actual sticks, because these sticks are what makes the tubes hollow. So I generally use, if I have any, yep, just generic worm oil. I do it over my sink so I don't make a mess. Okay, lube these up nice and good. This will allow the bait, once it's hardened, to slide easily off of the sticks. Okay, and when you're done, you just place them in place. They should lock in nice and easy. Okay. Alright, then you can place the second half on top. Screw it in nice and tight. Sometimes the sticks get a little out of line, so you gotta readjust. There we go. Alright. Over here, I have all that we need. Smoke with blue flake is a very simple color. It's basically just a couple drops of black with a little bit of blue glitter. In this beaker, I have Dead on Plastic's jerkbait swim bait blend. I go with a little softer plastic. There is a tube blend, but some people like it softer. So I generally fill it up to about 200 mils. You don't want to fill it up too much, because if there's bubbles, it'll spill over, and that won't be good. So I put it in the microwave, set it for 2.5 minutes, and wait. I have my mixer here. This is an injection mold. So we have this thing called a injector. It's basically like a giant syringe. So you suck up your plastic and dispense. The nozzle will go right into this hole here, and that's how it will fill up the cavities of the mold. These are all the different colors I have. There was a lot, and still more on the market. If you want, you can add scent to your baits. I typically like garlic. That's why it's a bigger tube. And nope. Do I not have any? Oh, I'll have to buy some. I typically like crawfish, but it looks like I'm out of it. Shad's a really good one to use too. So. We're almost done with the plastic. Safety first, because this plastic is at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and when you get that on your skin, it does not tickle. See how the plastic changed translucency? Went from like a milky substance to like a very clear substance. And you just want to give that a mix. It's still a little bit thick, so I'm going to put it in for like another 30-35 seconds. You generally want it to be kind of liquidy. If you're doing a laminate, you want cooler colors. A laminate's when you do two different colors on top of each other, or top, bottom, etc. Because if you do it too hot, those colors can actually bleed and go into each other, and it won't look good. But this is just a single color with a little bit of glitter, so my plastic could be either really hot or really cold. It doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, look how nice and clear that is. Give it just a little mix. Perfect. Okay, just gonna check the temp. 314 is actually pretty good. Okay, I take my right glove off so I can actually use this stuff. You want to make sure you give your color a good shake, especially if it's been sitting, or in the middle of winter it tends to harden up a little bit. Squirt a little bit of that in there. Smoke could be anywhere from 2 drops of black to 8 drops of black. It depends on how thick you actually want the smoke color to be. See, for me, this is actually a decent smoke color. Now, if you were to do like 20 drops or 25 drops, then you actually get like black. Because black does go a long way. It's a thick color. And I'm liking that, so we'll do a little bit of blue glitter. Give this a mix. I'm liking that. Okay. Put my heat gloves back on. Fill up the injector. It's gonna make a mess. That's okay. And then inject your plastic slowly. If you go too fast, you're going to get dents in your baits, and that's not good. Fill up the sprue. Now this plastic is actually reusable. I can reheat this and make more baits with it, but I just wanted to do one round. And it generally doesn't take too long to settle up in the mold, maybe about 2 or 3 minutes max. This plastic hardens fairly quickly, so I'll just wait. But what's interesting about the tubes is that the tails don't come pre-cut. So after a day of curing, which is essentially what leaving them on this cookie sheet is, and I do it overnight. We have this tail splitter. Now basically this tail splitter is a bunch of razor blades that you use to cut the plastic. And I typically put it on a piece of wood, especially basswood, because it's soft. And I lubricate it with worm oil, so it has a nice clean cut. And basically what you do is you put the tube on the piece of wood with the oil, and you take the tail splitter and you press down where the tail is supposed to be, and it's supposed to make a nice tail design. That's part of what a tube is. It's all tentacles. So, and fish love them, especially in the summertime or on rocky shores or flats. I wouldn't throw them in weeds because they'll get hung up because there's a exposed hook. But smallmouth love them, largemouth love them. Apparently pike love them too. But you'll catch a whole variety of fish using these tubes. And it's very, very interesting on how they are. They're a bottom bait, so they fish relatively easily. Okay, these are pretty much all set up now. Let's see how we did. That's the hard part, is separating the mold. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Perfect smoke color. Love the blue flake distribution. I'm glad one came off. I can show you what I do to it. Okay. So, like I said with the worm oil, you want to make sure that these come off easily so you're not destroying your bait. So you just kind of lightly slide it off, lightly pull, and lightly slide off. Okay. There is a tube, and this part right here is actually the tail part that I will have to cut tomorrow. But that's essentially how you make tubes.